Good evening, Julie.
Good evening, Christine. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's good. Christmas is coming.
Yep,
Slowly.
it is December the 22nd, 2023.
Wow, beautiful. Hey,
And,
we're happy.
So I
Especially
wanted
for
to
the kids.
Yeah, well, I want to do a few more updates with you tonight. And I want to start with, you saw my video there of what goes around comes around. And I think you found that an interesting video, what happened to me throughout my life.
Very interested. Yeah, and yes, I really loved it.
Yes, because it really shows what goes around comes around. And of course, I had to put a little update myself on it because for 50 seconds because I forgot one very important thing, and that was where the guy that started it all with us, he eventually did get caught by UIC for fraud. So it was the government that fixed him good, and it was nice to see his little bit in the paper, just like
Thank God they got him. Hey, Christine, that's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, he was quite the con artist.
Yeah, he was.
And he was quite a dangerous man in his own way with what he was doing. But luckily, we got out of it prior to the apartment building burning for the second time. And like I said, again, this was an arsonist. He'd, years ago, just around the corner, he'd set another apartment building on fire, and two little twins, children, died in that fire. And what a way to go out years later in a definitely a death trap was what the apartment building that we fixed up was. He himself died in that, so he really got it. And so
We're really sad for the family, you know? It's really sad for the kids, you know? And the poor family, you know, really, and the people living there too, you know. But at least they caught him, Christine. Yeah. That's the main thing.
Well, that was the karma that came back, and the karma certainly came back on your ex-friend there as well.
Yeah.
With the hospital.
GF, yeah, big time.
And so I just wanted to touch on that and let people know I messed it up a little bit. I thought I mentioned the perpetrator that was threatening all of us to build that building at the time with UIC. And it was nice to see that UIC caught up with him. But it was better that the government put him in his place. And I guess I went through his financial records and stuff and found out that he was handing out checks to us and stuff as well. And so they figured it out, and so we were never charged or anything with it. So
well, no, of course not. You know, but he was the con artist and the criminal, and that case. You know what I mean, Christine? So yeah,
exactly.
You know, but they've been looking around all a lot of evidence around him. You know, so so they took everything in order.
So it came back on him for what he did to us as well, as young people, and we were all young in our 20s, and we didn't know what the heck to do at the time. But we figured our way out, as I stated.
Yeah, we're so naive at that age. See, same here. You know, I made a mistake at 20 years old. You know, but it wasn't my fault. It was like a couple of my ex. You know, so putting me through hell. And like today, I just go back and say, oh my God, you know, I was so naive back then. You know?
Well, but
now today I'm wide awake and I see clear. You know, and their little games. You know, and they're really dangerous out there. They are.
So the next thing I want to talk about is Carol, our senior that got attacked at the Shepherds there, and she ended up in the hospital with a black eye and everything.
Yeah, and about 6 months ago, close to,
yeah, something like that, because she's.
It's been a while, yeah.
And they said at the hospital they weren't going to send her back to the Shepherds, which they did. And of course,
the worst mistake that you can do, you know, especially hospitals.
Yes.
Okay, they're supposed to just to keep her safe, you know. So that's why I was so mad that that they brought her back in. Back at the Shepherd, and I was so disappointed, you know. So, anyways, I just turned to the 454 to help her.
So I'm glad you did. You finally got a hold of a housing worker at the 454.
For her, yes.
And then you interviewed. She said, "Please help me," at that time to get you to help her. And you had a nice interview with the housing worker with her.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. You know, she wanted to help, but but I mean, I had just to con her just a little bit, just to, come on, the worker's going to help you.
But,
but at least she said yes to me, to help her.
And then when you were in there with the interview, you said there was a few things that happened there that the worker herself actually saw how far she was deteriorating, where she was muttering things, same sentences over and over, and then she started writing it on the paper, the same sentences.
On and off about the same phrase all the time, and just talking in the bathroom by herself, and so just losing her mind completely. So
So then
anyway, I had to talk with the worker there, and she said, "Well, Julia, I'm gonna help her out, and I'll make some phone calls, So I'll like for the Alzheimer place, and so put her somewhere safe,
Well, she should
to a home or something.
But up in her late 70s, she needs to be somewhere safe for sure, because the streets are no place for her.
Well, no, especially at her age, Christine, getting beat up, no.
No, getting beaten up,
getting abused at the damn shepherd again, and on and on and on like this, and she's been through hell, For our old lady,
like I said, we ran into her that day. She doesn't recognize people one day, and the next day
she does.
She does. So she's obviously going into maybe early stages of dementia, but she needs to be put in a safe place, or else something terrible is going to happen to her. And I hate to have to read about that.
Yeah, same here. Me too. I would be really, really disappointed and hurt at the same time, So, anyways, at least I just gave her the help right away, And I hope they're gonna find her place. Maybe I don't know, and maybe in a month or two, maybe, or just after Christmas.
Well, I know
I just want the best for her.
I know, and then you didn't see the worker for a little while, but the worker's back again.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the
she was on vacation, so.
Yeah, but now she's back, and she's going to be starting to work on Carol's case. So hopefully in the new year, she'll have a much better new year.
Yes.
That's thanks to you, and that's what you always have done, is help the other people out on the street the best you can as well. So I'm glad
but I've been bullied, and that's so. But at least it's, I'm so grateful that I've been helping. So a lot of people around me, and it's all coming back to me anyways today. So.
Well, I wanted to talk.
So respected.
And I want to talk. Speaking about the workers and that, we had an incident where one of the workers from, I believe it was a well, that got killed on Montreal Road. She
wasn't a worker, sweetie. She was a friend. A friend of hers. It was a client at the well.
Oh, it was a client at the well.
Well, yeah, mom. I just call her mom all the time. And her tooth, which was about 89 years old, and she got hit by the car. On Montreal Road, that was her.
Yes.
So
this is one death. Yeah.
Yeah, really tragic. Really tragic.
And hit people a lot because she was so well liked.
Exactly.
And it was
all over Ottawa.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, she used to go to churches. She used to come downtown just to help people. She was at the fashion show with us. So anyways,
and then you have those nice pictures of the fashion show that the well put on, and you were able to show me what she looked like in the pictures, and then within a few.
Beside me. She was right beside me. So it's pretty wild, eh?
Well, and a few days later, she's gone.
There you go.
So this is one of the deaths, and I know another one. We were losing more people to the overdoses, and.
Sabrina, it was the booze probably, yes, and like down the street.
So yes, she was the one that liked to drink the booze. I understand.
Her husband too. And they used to fight all the time. So anyways, it's like one day, they found a body. So that was her. So I was pretty surprised.
Yeah, you saw him taking. You said you saw her husband. You ran into him. And he was putting flowers where she died.
Yeah, right there,
Yeah, beside the Bytown Theater, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, a couple of blocks from there, And I said, anyways, I said, sweetie, okay, that's nice of you. You bring her flowers. He said, Julie, she just died a couple of days ago. I said, oh my God, So anyways, I was in shock again for another death. And it really hurt me for for a couple of days. And
then one of the drug dealers.
I was in shock.
Yeah, then a couple of months earlier there. We had another one of the drug dealers that you talked about, Ozzy. We can now talk about him because he's dead.
Well, he's been on the street for 30-some years, Ozzy.
And he died
so
too.
Many, him too.
And he's the one that you had demonstrated the way he was walking.
Oh yeah, the neck all crooked like this, the back. So a lot of them, passed away this year, Christine. A lot of them.
So even before 2023 is out, we've lost a lot more people.
Yeah.
You know, and then you see
compared to
it,
last year.
yeah.
Compared to last year, yeah.
And then you see the statistics of what they've got on the TV where they're saying, well, at least 20 people a day lose their lives to the overdoses.
That too.
And I have a feeling that's probably a conservative number even.
Yeah, and the 454 today, another overdose. Okay, it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. Anyways, I just go, whatever. I was putting my name. Well, yeah, so for the wash and at that, I just saw the ambulance coming, and then cops again, and everything else, fire trucks, and it was a guy.
And again, it's so bad with the cold weather that now the dealers are letting the addicts come into our apartment buildings, and even though we're getting the apartment building clean now 7 days a week, it's really, really bad walking through our building.
Yeah, but the overdose, today, this morning, Christine, I was so surprised again. I said, oh my God, not another one. So I didn't want to look this time again, But I mean, they're just going like this to the body and, young guy.
Young guy again.
Right before Christmas. So sad.
But they're all coming in and they're doping up on the stairwells here, and I wonder how many more people are going to die on the stairwells overnight, and we're not even going to know about it. So, like I said, it's good. At least they're trying to clean up, but they shouldn't have to be cleaning up after these addicts. There's got to be some sort of a solution for this. So I didn't want to keep this video very long.
No, yeah, but 2024, where they better wake up, the government and, a lot of places there, and they better just give them the help that they need, as soon as possible, because, we're going to find more deaths, for sure.
Well, unfortunately, some of this is going to take a while before we're going to have the housing and everything in place. And it's unfortunate because we're going to lose a lot more people between now and then whenever they do start getting the housing.
Yeah. So every day of their life, they're struggling, Christine. But with the help, it's got to be there for them, No more playing around,
exactly.
With their lives.
Well, anyhow, I'm going to end it here, and I just wanted a little bit of update for my viewers, and we shall talk to you later. And be safe, be aware of your surroundings.
Yep.
And have a great day.
Take care and Merry Christmas.
Okay, we'll talk to you
later. Stay
later.
out of trouble.
Okay, bye-bye.